Yeah. Okay, so that and... So these are going to require more of the same supplies that we've been grinding out. And yeah, that sounds really crummy. We just pump a whole bunch of gelid Chryotheum in here. What are you? Blazing... Oh. For making the omega stuffs. Okay. Can we craft these together? It'd have to be done in world. Have to be done in world. Alright, so here we are. See how slow this is? If we had a powered spawner, it would just be dependent on our power levels, which we're currently not using a ton of, so we could push some towards being used by powered spawners. We will want to get bigger power gen, more power gen as we need it. So there's that. But yeah, I think we're at a spot where we're going to need to work with mobs. And we're going to need to set up spawners. Now, there are vanilla spawners. There are even vanilla spawners for... what are these? The types of the thermal expansion ones that are in the Nether Fortress hubs and the Stronghold hubs. But I don't know. We've had a problem. There's a husk spawner here that when I pick it up and put it somewhere else, it doesn't work. Now I haven't tried with any of these others because they're really hostile, but it didn't work. And I'm not sure if husks are biome dependent when they're in a spawner. If that's the case, I suppose we chance it here. And I thought I had 2 of these. Moving ones? Oh, I do. Okay, so I do have one already. And bring up one that isn't a creeper. We'll do witch. And we will give this a try. We're gonna break all the torches. And we're going to place oh, see, that works. Okay, good to know. Hi. Little do you know, ladies, I can just jump down and leave you all behind. Hope I have that on a area of effect that would not be pleasant. Okay, so let's put this back. Yeah, well, are the dungeons considered a different biome? Because placing them here, they don't work. I placed it and I sat and sat and sat, and nothing happened. So I was concerned that none of them would work. Okay. Is that... Oh, it's just Yeah, I'm like, it's just not very full at all since it holds a whole bunch. That would explain that. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this for now. Because I'm trying to think things through here about what we need to do to make this as less grindy. Less grindy. Do we get to trying to work on some more lower tier tiny mob farms for now until we can do powered spawners by Ender.io? That is actually this chain. We need to actually get down to this in order to make mob spawners. And then we'll get a soul vial, and I think this is the one that, yeah, we bind it and blah blah blah, we make a powered spawner. The powered spawner, why are these all the different? Yeah, it requires us to get a soul binder made. Oh, and see a prescient. Yeah, see that we need to get to the soul binder before we can do the yeah, so we have a little bit of, we have to get to here before we can do mob spawners that are powered, and in order to get to here we need, I don't want to grind this out. I'm already cranky. The vat is even more of these with the gelid Chryotheum and the plates. So we're gonna need a whole bunch more of the, you know, yeah, that's grindy as heck. And then the soul binder, this guy thankfully doesn't need all that. In fact, it looks like it skipped right over the vat and make this. I need to make some more Enderium gears, which means I need to make some more Enderium blend, so we need to do that first. But I could skip over those lines and do a soul binder before I did a vat and before I did the sag mill, which are the two things we need to do in the quest chain before this. Let's look at the spawner again. Why are there so many different ones? Oh, because these have names in them. Why I'm not so sure. They should all be exactly the same. They are. Each one takes 2. Crud. So we really do need more broken spawners, or we need to get those tiny mob farms up to the highest tier. How fast do they go? The highest tier, the ultimate one, is what we're working towards. Generates loot every 5, so that's not bad. And you don't, your lasso never runs out. Granted, these take a long time to get to, and we would need to do a whole mess of end hunting for, at least I thought it was end hunting. Yeah, for elytras. I'm not sure we can do shulkers in a lasso, but it's worth trying to see if we can do that for the shulker shells. But these, yeah, we'd have to get a whole bunch of elytra. A whole bunch. And we need to kill at least 1 dragon. Yeah, we need to respawn it because it's been killed, I'm pretty certain. I've been to the end and there's no dragon, so. We need to kill some nethers, which is, you know, a given anyway. We need to, I have a ghast, so we can get ghast tiers. So essentially, right now, we can get up to diamond level with the supplies we have. To get to emerald, we need to kill nether withers. Lots of them. Or buy these. How much are they? How much is a nether star? Get ready. Oh, it's only 1,000 gil. That's really not bad. We could buy several nether stars an hour on my current gil production rate. So that's not bad, especially for just doing it for the tiny mob farms. The diamond ones make loot every 35 seconds. That's still not really bad, but the durability loss is what I would want to get rid of, and that would be getting all the way up to ultimate. Because right now we lose one every time. So, yeah. Did I check the money recently? And again, the only money we have coming in is from our corn and raspberries. We can add mutton to that because sheep aren't used for anything in recipes, just in food. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I want to do. And we are getting them again as a passive mob drop. So I could, instead of putting them over here, they can craft directly into assorted farm goods, which I've been doing. That's why that's not very full. I've been coming over here and just crafting them manually. So that's something we can do, but that's a teeny tiny amount. But, all right, I'm going to take a quick break and get some more coffee, and I will be right back, and we'll keep figuring out the direction we need to take for getting the mobs to get the drops that we need to continue progressing in the Enryo tier. So be right back, folks. All right, I'm back. I have some fresh coffee. All right, so I think what we're going to do is see where we are about crafting the next tiny mob farm. And that is just to be an interim hold off until we have the ability to do powered spawners, which by then we're probably going to need more power. And I haven't looked into what other power options there are if we just want to do another diesel generator. Because one refinery can handle 2 diesel generators. And we may even have room to put 2 in here. Have 1 here and 1 here. So, because I mean, yeah, we totally have room to do 2 diesel generators in here. So that's a thought. Okay, so let me see here. I have been putting together some supplies in this crate to slowly put together the next mob farm. I think it's this one. Yes, the iron mob farm. We need 2 of those to make a gold one. And I've got a wooden and a stone one. These are really not, you can't use them for anything else. Wooden ones are only for passive. And they're really, really slow. So, woo. Iron ones are the first ones that we can do these sorts of things. So that's what we're working towards. And I believe I just needed chicken. I needed a bit more chicken. So let's see here. What do we got here? All right. Oh, it's done in the in here, isn't it? No? Oh, it needs a cutting board. Aha. That's right. And then, for weirdness sake, the triple is done in the regular workbench. So we've got it. So we have enough here to do an iron one. All right. So then we need to work towards crafting the next iron one, which we've got a bit of iron. Yeah. But we could use this iron one in the meantime while we're waiting for the second one, so we can make a gold, so we can do this all over again to make another gold. Yeah, see the fun process to get the is it Blitz? Solves the tectonic. Is that what we want? Is the Blitz? Trying to think here. We've got the gelid Chryotheum running in the diamond one. Then we need a ton of that, don't we? This stuff is with blazes, and we're going to need this in order to do these. So let's get the blazes in that one. Blaze. We'll get some blaze rods. We're going to need ender pearls too, but for now, let's get these guys running, making stuffs. And we'll just have to keep watching and making sure that we don't lose them, because I don't want to have to go hunt them down again. I really don't. So there's that. Let's put these bits of chicken left that we have over here. And now we just wait for the chickens to build back up again, or actually make a chicken farm. That's a lot faster. Anyway, there's our bit of crafting. We should probably do, let's swap this guy out with tank, and we'll do the conversion kit on you. Put you in there. All right. Did we have the infinity? Infinity, we need to do you. We've got, ooh, we have 8 plates. Grab all of you. We have 8 plates. How many do we need for this? 10. 12. So we're not that far off. Okay, so there's how many plates we need. Oh, Loki, I love you, sweetie, but I'm busy. And then we needed... Have we made one of these? I feel like I'm looking at this like, wait, I've looked at this before. Of course I have. We just never made it, because it would be right there if we did. All right. Where did I put the stuff that I had pulled out for it, though? Winding gears. The storage. They don't have the storage crates in there. And I know I made them. Are they in here or are they in the trading? They're here, okay. Three of you. This guy. Do we have the chassis in here? No. So we need to make you. The enderium is what we were stuck at, isn't it? Enderium blend, which is this. So we need platinum and lead. And get those going. Shouldn't take too long. Should put a speed upgrade in here too. And then ender pearls. And did it need a liquid? No. Okay, so when that's done, we need wiring kits. It's gears that we need, right? Or something. It's plates. Alright, are you done with the platinum yet? You are, so we can make a whole bunch more enderium blend. Yay. That needs to be done with sand, which I don't have any in here right now, so let's just tuck you in there. Okay, I don't need the lumium either. We need to do this in the future tech table. Okay. Great. And then we need the grain, this stuff, and it needs to be done for the dye in the chemist workshop. Broke the beaker. Now running through those. Alright, and then this is made in the induction smelter. Great. So that's done. We just are working on this step. Let's grab the fasteners again. And then we need to make the vibrant alloy. Okay, so we're gonna do the this method because it's cheaper. Hey, Maxis. And we should have you. I think I need to use a wrench to keep your stuff, right? And we'll pop you up here and have you insert from the top. There we go. And we need to do 8. Ah, I need to turn that notice off. Let's do that while I'm waiting for things to work. That's done. Okay. It's an okay pack. So apparently I can't pull the liquid back out of here. Isn't that really true? Yep, it has some pretty glaring flaws. You are correct. Okay, so yeah, we just use it up. Give me. I had it set to it wouldn't switch the fluid to be output. It's only switches. See, it's not switching the fluid. Yeah. Alright, we just ate the last of our sushi. Let's eat a bit of this cheese to get our dairy up, but we are going to want to grab some of our other foods that we have already crafted. From here, we've got some spaghetti, we got some venison burgers, we've got food. So that's why I haven't made any more sushi, because I figured I'd eat some of this food that we've been getting. In fact, we might even have some in here, some foodstuffs that I've forgotten to take out. And let's scroll through it quickly and just take a look. We have some meringue brownies. We can leave those in there. We have some pork that we could turn into compressed stuff. But I'm actually looking for the larger food items that I suppose I could. There's an assorted food goods. And maybe I already took it all out. Bunch of seeds that don't need to be in there. Didn't look like it. Okay. So we have the energetic alloy. We just need to get ender pearls. And how many is it per? 1 to 1. Okay. Oh, I already made those. Guys. Where's my head? Anyway, now that we've done that, we need to do the blacksmith's workshop to Make these 2. Great. So then we need to go to the Future Tech Workshop and see if we have everything. Yes. And it uses how much? Just, okay. Great. We have a sag mill. Capacitor. Oh, we have some octadics. Otherwise, we need to make one. And we have 8. We need to get some more. Oh, fasteners are still there too. Let's grab some more redstone. And remind me again how many it needs. It needs 5. Okay. And we'll go ahead and get you with a capacity. And then we need to get one of you. To there. Okay, and that's correct. Yep, sag mill. So now the sag mill has power for our workshop needs, and it's just filling up. Great. And that should have been a quest. Okay, we get a graphical power monitor. I'm not exactly sure where this will be handy because the way our power is set up, it's not all like one unit and then all outputs in the same spot. Yeah. Put it on this side because I want to be able to access. Now you're hooked up to a conduit network. Okay. Great. Wrong button. This button. The vat is a brewery of sorts. It can create complex syrups and slurries that will power your equipment and machines. Check GI for its many uses. We will be setting up a vat setup with a bunch of Killer Joes for our wither farm. I do know, if you've been playing the pack, that the pack suggests you go towards modular force fields. Modular force fields as a mod is okay, but it's extremely buggy and it's even worse on servers. Because if it loses power, like somewhere along the chain becomes unloaded from power to modular force field, the modular force field comes down. But the powered spawner that is spawning the wither bosses could still have power in it, which means what? Can you guess? Withers everywhere, and because there are fish and sharks in the ocean, it targets them through walls and completely destroys your base. Even if you're not online. We've had to do that several times. We're giving people, doing a wither apocalypse and killing all the withers that have spawned, and I know a couple of people have had to rebuild, and it's not something that I intend to do. So we will be going through the quest chain. I just will not be setting it up. So we'll craft the bits and pieces for the modular force field, but I'm going to do the reinforced obsidian box that is very common with wither farms, with Killer Joes. And Killer Joes need nutrient distillation, which is why we need the vat. I mean, other than it's required for questing. But its uses are to make this nutrient distillation is what we'll be doing. And the uses of nutrient distillation, will it tell us? Yep, Killer Joe. So, yep. And it will run for 12 ticks per millibucket. I think it also needs RF. I'm not sure. Oh, that's the zombie generator. Never mind. It's the... Okay. Don't need the zombie generator. I need the Killer Joe. This guy. Oh, no. He wasn't... Oh, merchant trade. Whew. I'm like, he shouldn't be disabled. Yeah, we're fine. Merchant trade. So yeah, we need to provide him with a sword, which we're going to give him a ender sword. This dude. I think. Oh, it looks like you can't craft it. Well. There has to be a sword that you can power, isn't there? Interesting. Maybe crafting swords. You can, there's conduit upgrade for detecting damage level, I believe, of an item. So when it's broken, we'll be able to put a new one in. That I'm not concerned about being able to do. I just was hoping we'd be able to do one that we can charge and take it out and put it back in when it needs power. It doesn't appear so. Anyway, we're going to do the Killer Joe route because I don't want to have to come back to a broken base or withers everywhere. No thanks. Did I leave? Yeah, I was wondering why my temperature gauge was. There we go. Much better. Much better. So the vat is another one of these lovely recipes that needs a whole bunch of plates. The other things in here aren't bad. So it's just the plates. We have 2 of these that we could do that I've crafted to put up on the wall, but we could do them for the recipes. We just the plates. We have some gel and Chryotheum, so we'd be able to get that made. How are we on? How are we on this? And this is one of the major flaws of the pack. We need another hammer. Alright, so do we have any other stuff? So we have 9 plates and only 1 shard, so we do need to make more of those. We're gonna need them, maybe even them. All right. More gems. More plates. I think we're gonna need more than that. I think it needs 12, yeah. We have 10, so we need a couple more. The rest of this stuff, these are empty? Yes. These are empty. Looks like it. All the beakers, all the... Okay, we need to do this one more time. $11. Dang it! Miscount. Now we should be able to... There we go. There's 12. Okay. Let's remove you. Next. Let's do the funnels. We need to make the buckets. And then we need to do this. 1, 2 funnels. Let's get the tanks out of here. And did it need wires? It needs 1 wiring kit. And then it needs pipettes. 1, 2 of those, right? And then we need a double layer capacitor, which will be our first bit of tectonic petroleum, which is petroleum dust, which we have some of. Let's find out how much we need to make. We need 500 millibuckets, and each one makes 250, so we need to do 2 in an empty capacitor. Alright, so make sure you're empty, yes. 2 of those. 1 of you. There we go. So there's our double, and now we need to do the frame. So we can do that. We need 2 more of these, and the enderium plates. Dye. That 1 industrial dye we've got into you. Alright. More fasteners. Yay! Alright, that'll give us 4 pressurized fluid conduits. Great. We're not going to place this down just yet, because like I said, it will let us make some fluids. The ones we're definitely going to need are the Dew of the Void, which will then have us make the Vapor of Levity. We need that in order to do octatic capacitors, which we need to make these grains of persistence and grains of piezoality. Prescience or prescience? Prescience? Boy, the words. Anyway, you can also do these and make power. You can do huge rocket fuel and fire water and do different powers. There's liquid sunshine, cloud seeds, and concentrated cloud seed. Made up words, maybe? Maybe. Doesn't matter as long as I can blah 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 through them, right? So there's a bunch of Ender IO fluids that we can get with this, and making a bunch of these vats is likely in our future if we choose to do those powers. Like I said, we are going to need to do nutrient distillation, Dew of the Void, Vapor of Levity for sure. I know those 3 we are going to need to do. As far as these other ones, I don't know. So yeah, we have that in our future to look forward to. Let me write that down. Nutrient distillation and Dew of the void and vapor of levity. So the liquids I have written down that we need to automate: gelid cryothium, destabilized redstone, petrotheum, aerotheum, nutrient distillation, dew of the void, and vapor of levity. I think I'm missing one. Oh, the one that blazes make, the blazing pyrotheum. We need that to make the omega crystal things that we're going to need for applied energistics. So we have a bunch of things to work on. Let me tell you what else is in my to-do list that I've got written down. We've got planning and building that fourth wing over there. We need to do that yet. Then mob farming. We need to figure out exactly what we're going to do for all of our mob farming, including nether stars, and that's in our quest line. We need to do omega egg crafting so that I can get more of those omega flare fragments that we need for applied energistic stuff. The seafloor base needs work, and that's kind of where the modded the mob farms are going, and probably some of the end game automation things that won't fit up here. And then I have some of those liquids written down on this one as well. Yeah. Did the advanced energy quest open? Maybe. Let's look. With that completion, yes. Yes, they did. So we'll be able to get into extreme reactors and ore miners. Yeah. But this is also open, so we have that. Like I said, the omega shards are what need the blazing pyrotheum in order to do this method. So I'm hoping that the void miners, this stuff, does it only come from the nether? Or does it come, can we get it in a void miner? Because this is a nicer recipe than this, as everyone would agree. Anyway. This is also now open. So we can do void miners, Bitcoin miners, and Cryotio void miners. Once we do a couple laser cores. The Getting Creative has unlocked. Getting started with the creative. This is going to take forever, so I'm not even ready to look at this stuff. But just to make the table needs dark steel and a bunch of these pulsating crystals. So yeah, the miners are what you spend most of your money on. They are a pain to craft. Well, now that we have an alloy smelter, we can do that. Well, good to know, because, you know, there's no pain for anything else in this pack. The structure blocks. Yeah, I imagine so. I imagine so. Alright. The soul binder recipe is one that we can easily whip out. I am going to actually wait though until after I fed the cats because the alarm's going to go off in like a minute. So I'm going to wait to do this in the next hour. We'll get the soul binder done and perhaps we'll see if we can craft any of these other little individual ones for this chest quest line. This is to catch a wither in a soul vial. I suppose we could do that since we don't have to actually fight it. We just have to catch it. I wonder if you can catch it while it's in its charge up state. Or if you have to wait until it does its first explosion. Anyway, we could do that step pretty quickly. Soul vials are hardened glass and soul sand. Or fused quartz. Interesting. So that's not a problem. But it'll walk us through using modular force fields. Though you think if I put it catch anything? Alright, well, I'm going to go feed the cats really quickly. I will be right back, so don't go anywhere. We'll have another hour of Rustic Waters.